Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Sumerians. So for this episode, things are running smoothly so far. The last episode, I unlocked the carts, and I'm going to need ox for that. So how you do that is you build another livestock pen, select ox, and they'll make some oxen out of these cattle. So I'm going to have to move the livestock, I think, up north. And then some of the production, I'll need a sheep livestock, and then I'll have to research. I have the pigments for dyeing. And then I'll have to get, for the copper metallurgy, I'll need the weapons for my guard tower to get high security. But I have to import the copper. At least I don't think I can mine it. That's going to be a long time, so I might just avoid the copper metallurgy. I'll get things like the fabric dyeing for wool. Then I'll also get the warehouses in the granary. So I think with the granary, they're storing the grain in the farmhouses, and then they carry it to, or they transport it to the small warehouse. So it'd be great to have a granary here. That's where they'll store it. And I'm assuming that there'll be less spoilage in a granary. Then also, once I unlock warehouses, I can put one down here for the imports. I'll have a port here eventually. And then the warehouse up here for the livestock and the dyeing of wool, the curing of meat, things like that. And maybe even the tannery I'll put up towards here. So yeah, there's a ton to do in this episode. And so we got the wool researched. I think I'll go for, get the warehouses up and running. In the vaults, and then maybe the loom. I'm not sure, but I think if you give them the salary, like right there at Spear, I can start building that. Then they'll have less, I should put more workers in the warehouse. They'll have less spoilage, and they're probably just more effective at the services they provide. So anyways, I'll just jump, oh yeah, and please hit that like button, subscribe, become a member for $2 a month, support a creator. And yeah, I hope to keep making videos for this game. It's pretty good so far. Okay, so I've got a lot done here. You can see I'm still not getting all the seed planted. So I have 2 farmers here, farmers there, 2 here, 1 there. I constantly have a worker shortage. So I need 270. So I don't want to like max out all of my jobs. I just finished the granary. Now to produce wool or linen, we need the loom. So I'm going to go for that next, because that will upgrade my healthcare. I'm going to just unlock the granary. I'm just going to build that right here. I think it's a good spot. And I'm building a cart transport. So I have my oxen. Not sure where you put the bonfire. I know the bonfire you can always put around houses. Let's put there. I guess you go and you burn the bodies. Let's just speed it up. So I just put my oxen. You don't breed them. I just click on max, and they'll just pull them from there. And when I moved my livestock, my cattle, I built this, set it to cattle, and then the previous cattle farm, I reduced the workers to 0. And then all the cows eventually got brought over to the new farm. So you don't have to worry about purchasing more cattle because they're expensive. Yeah, so my wheat production is still okay. I don't want that number to go too high of lack of workers. So I built some low-income housing, some farmland. There was a dock there. Yeah, things are going fairly smooth. All of these are level 3 housing. It's going to take a while before I can get everything fully set up. And I got my tannery. Tannery's I think traditionally these places smell really bad. They use like manure and stuff like that. Not sure what the ancient Sumerians, how they did it. But there's a salt pond, and then we get the leather from the cattle and sheep. We don't get anything from the donkeys. They're just for transport. And then we have our warehouse and our meat curing. And then I had to put some builders. You can build the builders outside the range of other builders. But I need to build this is my building range. Anything outside of this, they're not going to be able to build. Yeah, so far it's going smooth. Hopefully, oh, this isn't taking that long. So I'll get the loom up and running. I think this will be a long time to get the trade routes to other Sumerian cities. I think at this point we can build the port. And then I'm assuming, I guess I can't get copper until I get the northern Mesopotamia route. I'm kind of wondering too, like, how am I going to expand my city? I think this will just be like I'm still not done the walls. Been doing so much building, and I haven't been up in my brick production just because, it just, I have a lack of workers as it is. So just gotta have to relax and let things build up slowly. It's so easy to run out of wheat, but I think I'm doing pretty good now. I'm thinking I will do a grand building up here. It's hard to, like, I wish I could build the creek under, or the canal under the walls somehow. I wonder how that would look. I could just test it out. Like, let's see what happens. Do they put a gate around there? That would be so awesome if they did. Because that way I could build a much larger area that's walled off. We'll just see what they do here. Okay, so they just allow you to just go right under there. I'm fine with that. So I can just go and delete this, right? Yeah. So that's easy. Okay, so that'll make it easier for me to have a circular type. This is a somewhat circular, not quite. But then I can perhaps put a canal right through the city. No point in doing it here. I guess this will be like the beginning area, and then we'll go to a much grander area up here and hopefully incorporate some of these hills. You can see the farming's getting a lot better. There's just a few gaps here. It's not too bad, and the wheat's doing fine. Oh right, I forgot to show you. Here are the big carts. So you can see they can fit way more stuff in there. That's the donkeys, but here's the oxen. So I'm not sure how much. So they're transporting 100. I'm not sure what these guys will do. I presume it's a massive help. That guy's just transporting 20. So it might be like 5 times. I'm not sure if everything's the same, but they might transport like 5 times the amount, which that would kind of make sense. These guys are transporting 40, they're transporting 100, so it's just over 2 times. And if these guys can get, yeah, so as they're getting meat now, there's far less grains being spoiled. So I'll just have to get to the fabrics, which, I'll get this. I already have the dyed. The dye in production, which is right there. So I guess I can just keep these, just keep my production near the warehouse and it should be fine. I'll just put a bunch here later. Well, I just realized, so that was, I thought they were automatically getting beer. I have so much beer in storage. I have to actually go and click on it. So I have to go to all of these areas. If I click on the beer, then I'm assuming they're going to get, maybe provide better services. I just click on this, then it'll give them leather, which they're sort of periodically getting things. I'm not sure why we have, look at our stocks right here. Yeah, we have tons of hides, but not much leather. So let's go and give them the meat and everything. They're having a lot of spoilage. So yeah, I keep learning things here. Same with the meat curing. We should have more than enough stuff. Oh yeah, especially down here. I don't want my grain being messed up. Should be careful with how much I give them. And I guess for the farms, I'll just give them plenty of beer. And we'll see if they increase their production. Yeah, especially the warehouses. We'll give them everything. I'm not sure where I'm getting, I think with the little port here, I think they're the ones bringing in some of those goods. Okay, we'll give the small warehouse. I wonder if I can get rid of that warehouse eventually. The temple also wants some beer. Everyone wants beer. I don't blame them. Beer is tasty. Yeah, so we'll see how that affects things if we start getting much better coverage on our fields. I can't really tell a difference, except, man, my weight seems to be so much higher. That's probably because we're getting far less spoilage now. I'll see this turn if they start to get all of the fields seeded more fully, or get it all the spots filled. My demand and everything's doing well. I'm just building some like low-income areas. This research is taking forever, so I'm excited to get that one though. It's just a low-income area down there. So yeah, everything's doing well. Once I get the fabrics though, I'm guessing the spoilage will go down dramatically. There's probably always some spoilage. This hasn't changed yet. That should speed up the research. Yeah, they still didn't really get things fully seeded. But wow, I'm 20,000 grain now, so you definitely want to start checking all these things. Even the small little bricklayers, they also want some beer. Don't blame them. Okay, we finally got that research, so I want to get the high walls. That would be awesome. I can't see why I shouldn't. Yeah, let's just go for the high walls. I'll need all this stuff just to get to the trade routes. And now that I am getting far less, I'm consuming a lot of cured meat though. So I might need to up my livestock. But let's go and check out where's the production. So now I can start building my fabric workshop. So they should get all the fabrics from the warehouse. So I'm just going to put this up here. I think that'll be good. And then we can start dyeing it. I don't, it's probably overkill to have two, but we'll just see how that works out. Okay, so I have a lot of flax. It hasn't, I guess, rotted away. So you can only choose one. So I chose wool. That'll get some wool from my doctors, my healthcare system. I have these guys doing fabrics. They're doing, so dyed fabrics and then dyed wool. And then these guys will do they'll produce linen from the flax. I don't know if you can make linen out of the wool. Yeah, no, you need the flax. I'm just going to max that up because we definitely need as much linen as possible. And I'm assuming this is going to massively boost our production in things, lack of things rotting away. Yeah, I'm going to need some more cured meat though. I have plenty of meat, but I guess the curing process is slow. I'm just hoping that once they get the linen they need, then things will be a lot better. Yeah, and so my houses have high health now is because the healthcare is getting walls. This is awesome. Guess I'm going to need some sesame oil, some more linen and wool. But these guys, I'm going to need some. I don't know why I'm having trouble getting leather so much. I'll have to import some copper, and then I'll make some copper weapons once we have researched the trade routes. Yeah, so I'm finally starting to get a little bit more of leather, and I don't think that's the warehouse. They're not fully getting enough linen, so I built another one. Just maxed that out. Because a lot of things are using linen. Hey, we ran out of beer, so that's a big problem. So just going down here and I've maxed out the workers. It was at 10, so hopefully this will work out. We'll get that beer going. Set up so I'll have 3 of these fabric dyeing up and running. Because we're still short on the dyed fabric. We have plenty of linen, 500, so they do a good job in these factories. Plenty of wool, just not enough dyed linen. And then I might have to do, everyone loves beer for these workers, so it's starting to build up a little bit. Might have to build a second one. I might have to redo one of these fields. Maybe put a second brewery. Actually, this is very quickly. It's gone up to 400. So it might be okay for a little bit. So I finally researched the high walls. I'm just going to click on the wall, go to the wall tool. I'm going to select all these walls and the gates. And we'll upgrade them. We'll see what this looks like. So I'm assuming we're just going to need more bricks. And let's see how much we have here. Only 162. I mean, we're constantly building things. So I might go ahead. We're always short on workers. 7 homeless. So I have to get some more housing going. But I'll build a bunch more of these. I might have to do a bunch of bricklayers here. Or what are they called? Brick makers. Brickyards. Or make sure I leave enough gap for the wagons. I'm not sure how much space they need. But maybe 2 more will be fine. It's going to require 84 just for that one wall. And then I'm thinking over here, I could just start a new city. Not sure where I would approach it. And I can do like multiple layers of walls. Might be interesting to start from there. Okay, the walls are coming along nicely. Yeah, this is going to look beautiful. I've added some more housing, moved the builders from here out to there. Maxed out to 10. And I think I'll just kind of build the walls out across here. And then maybe out here I'll just do a massive amount of housing. Like a larger ring. And to do that, I guess I can just start right here. I'll just click on the walls and we'll start on... I think I'll start from here. And yeah, I can just drag straight over. I don't know if this is going to look any good. I can always adjust it later. But I'm thinking something... Yeah, it's looking kind of ugly, perhaps. But something like that, and just keep the gates going like that. You can always add these gates later. But that's going to be a huge amount of production. Our builders can reach this at least. It's going to max the brickyards out. Got to probably just keep adding those in. Let's look at our bricks here and also work on more food production, which I might start working on the down towards here. How's our bricks? We have 240. Still have a ton to do though. They're working on this wall now. There, so I've gone ahead and I put in some housing over here. These are some of the farms for them. Citizen farming workshops, market stalls, some more fishing areas. And then I got a granary here, 2 farmers, and another brewer. Because we're still super low on beer. And that should be pretty good. Let's get that up and running because my grain's starting to fall significantly. And the unemployed or the lack of workers that's not bad. Yeah, and I think I'll just do a mud wall here. Let's just get rid of this stuff. I'll set up the farming and things later. Because the mud wall shouldn't take really too much time. That many resources. And then we can get some more like level 2 housing down here. Don't like the way that looks. I'll leave some space for security and maybe get a temple in here. I was going to do a lot of farming down here, but maybe not. I'll just get rid of this one market stall. So this should be pretty decent, especially if I give them some gates. Oh, you just press X to switch around where the doors go. And then I'll put a gate. I can fit one in. I guess I can't. I think I'll just redo the walls back here, and then we'll have some fish in at the back. Okay, I think this will be good. It's a nice gateway there, and then let's see if I can put some fish right here. I should be able to. And they're close to the water, so these guys won't really need anything. Right, and I'll have to put some farming as well. So that should be good for the fish. Put some farms, and good that I made some room for the workshops, because the workshops will level up if they're inside the walls. Let's put like a workshop district over here, I guess. I don't think I'll need a whole lot here, and then I'll definitely need a temple. Wonder why I can't build this one. But I can do one of these temples once I get the walls built. Okay, so I've gotten the port researched, which is right there. So I'm just going to move this, what's that called again? It's a fish market. I think I'll put the port right here. So let's just go ahead and dezone this stuff. Just make sure I've got more than enough room. And then transport. So this port will be for the trade routes. Might have to get rid of those farms. Yeah, I'll just go and I guess you just delete it like that. So yeah, I think that's a good spot. That's a nice spot. Shows enough space. Transportation. So put that port there and we'll get the fish market set up. I think I can squeeze it in there somewhere. Let's just go and delete this field. Just try to squeeze in as much farming as I possibly can. I don't know if they actually reach out too far. But that should be fine, and because this is really going down. So the walls are being built here slowly but surely. But this should be quite nice, and maybe I'll put... I think I'll keep the fish in just up around here. This is looking pretty nice so far. So we still just need to start... I'll have to start importing that the copper soon. I think I might be able to, with the first trade route, I might be able to bring in weapons. And then northern Mesopotamia, I guess that's where I can bring in the copper and then make my own weapons. This is a cool too. When you go to the paths, you can remove the path. So just around the water I can... So I don't know if this means that they won't cross on the grass. Now they'll go on the grass, it just won't make a path. Because otherwise it kind of starts looking ugly. It'd be nice to get some just greenery all around the canal. It brings in some trees too, which is nice. Yeah, this looks much better. Because I was kind of thinking it's starting to look kind of run down with all the grass gone. This looks much better. And then in the back here, I'll just have some green. I guess the main city area, it's just going to look like that. A lot of people walking around. Try to keep it kind of natural. Unfortunately, I had to turn the music off for this because it's copyright claim. And in the first video I did, I've got to try and see if I can remove the music. I was warned about it, but I thought I would try it anyways. Yeah, that looks so much better with some extra greenery around there. Yeah, I think too, for these were looking really bad. I want to have some greenery on the livestock pastures. Make those pastures look a little bit healthier anyways. It's never going to be perfect. Okay, so now for the trade routes, I just click on this, and this is my only trade route so far. I'm working on unlocking northern Mesopotamia, and there I can buy some copper or even some copper weapons. But in Sumerian cities, I can sell, maybe some. I have a lot of pottery, and I think pottery. I think that's the private sector. I don't think I make that, and then I can just buy pottery and whatnot. I'm always kind of low on cured meat and leather. So let's click on that and see if I can purchase some of that stuff. The leather isn't showing up. The copper is. Oh, I'm in northern Mesopotamia. I wonder why it's kind of stuck on northern Mesopotamia. But I could try buying that and then selling some pottery. I'm not sure how this is kind of confusing to me. Like the grain is my money. So if I sell this, it shows all the, if I buy this, it shows all the grain I'm selling. And then as I increase this number, the number of grain I'm selling goes down. So I guess it's not too complicated. I'll just try importing some copper and see how that goes. I'm short on a ton of jobs, ton of workers. But these grain fields are doing all right. Be nice to see when this little town is up and running. And I'm loving the high walls. It looks so awesome. And then once that's all walled off, I'll start building up the level 3 houses there. And hopefully in the next episode, I will get the copper weapons up and running so then I can get high security. But yeah, I should probably end the episode here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.